Will it always be the GP surgeon responsibility for actually putting it onto the electronic record?
At the moment, all the information that comes in from any health source, if you go off to A&E, the Alex or whatever, everything comes back to the GP. I guess at some point, once the spine is populated, it won't all be coming back to the GP, but that's somewhere in the future. So at the moment, yes.
I'd just like to speak to that, because certainly in this country for 100 years we have had a system of general practice, and I'm quite happy to criticise it, but it's a process which has continually been popular with the public and has worked very well. And that function has been to coordinate, I was talking to some BMA colleagues, has been to coordinate care. And the record that we have produced, and the lifelong record for a long time, does coordinate lifelong care, not just when people were ill, but when they're well, when they're having babies, or their children are actually growing up. Now, I personally think Connecting for Health have actually tried to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I think it's 20, 30 years, if ever, that we will not need some form of coordinative process. I do think it should be a partnership between the doctor and the patient. I think that's incredibly important. I think to throw the data away into a central database will lose an awful lot. And I would support the continued coordinating role of primary care. I do think other members of staff in the community, diabetic nurses, midwives, health visitors, should be able to use this data. I don't think we're sharing it properly at the moment. I think using this sort of system, we can make you and your families able to share that data the way you want to do. I think just to send it to a massive great silo is a massive mistake. I don't think it'll ever be the perfect solution. And I think we should continue. Professor Dennis Protty, who Colin has invited a few times to Tameside, is a sort of an international expert on this, and he's shown quite clearly that the 8 particular international systems that seem to work don't necessarily have English general practice as the model, but they have some relationship between patients and some form of primary care system where they coordinate practice, the information together locally. And I would agree with you. I think that's really important. But I think doctors have got to think outside the box a bit and give patients a chance to make the information available elsewhere. But that quality of information, coordinated information, I think should still come from primary care. It's my short opinion.